Alright, what's going on my randies over there on the TapX Nation? My name is BKYT, and today I'm back on the mic again commentating over another Beast gameplay over here on the TapX Studios. And guess whose gameplay I'm commentating over today? Yes, guys, it is my own guy. I'm uploading a gameplay onto TapX. What is this? I thought you were a commentator, Austin. Well, actually, I'm pretty good at BO2, I would consider myself. Now, compared to the other pub stompers on the TapX Nation, I'm probably not that good. But what you guys are watching today is an 86 Gunstreak on the map Cargo with the N94 rocking that Afterlife camo. Afterlife camo is probably one of the only DLC camos I've ever bought. I don't really buy too many of those DLC camos. I don't like to give any more than the $60 I've given to Call of Duty because I really don't think it's worth it. But the Afterlife camo is just so darn sexy I had to throw it on my gun. So if you guys do enjoy that gameplay in the background, I thought an 86 Gunstreak on the map Cargo is kind of impressive, and hope you guys will agree. So if you guys drop an early like on this video, that would be very, very much appreciated. And if you guys want to see more gameplays like this, make sure to comment that down below. I can supply you guys with a lot of Black Ops 2 gameplays along with these lines. So that's all about the gameplay. Let's get into today's commentary topic. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about something kind of looking back into the past, and this is going to be kind of like a girl story mixed into kind of, I want to turn this into a series over here on my channel. I'm probably not going to do a series on TapX on commentaries, but what I'm going to be talking about is kind of looking back into the past, and today what I'm going to be focusing on is being a dick, mainly to girls, or one girl in general. One of these girls I dated back in 6th grade, and you know, it was a pretty serious relationship back in 6th grade. I bet you guys might not believe or say or agree that you can have a serious relationship with a girl in 6th grade, but at the time I think it was kind of serious. It went pretty well, but looking back on the way I acted and the way I treated her, I was just a total asshole to her. I was a total dick, and I want to make some of these commentaries, like I said, like a series out of this where I look back on things that I've done in the past and ways I could improve or ways I could have not improved. I don't know, something along those lines. But let's get into today's kind of commentary of being a dick to this girl. And I'm going to call this girl Amy. I'm going to call her Amy. I don't know why. I'm going to give her that name. And, you know, me and Amy probably dated for about 6 to 8 months of the school year. You know, we're on and off. We dated for a good chunk of time, and then we went on and off towards the end. Now, I remember I dated this girl for a while. I remember getting set up with her by one of my friends, and I remember my friend kind of hooking us up, and saying that we were dating now, and I looked at her, and I thought this girl was Asian, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? And, you know, today she's actually one of the hottest and most popular girls in my grade. Unfortunately, I got rid of that. But, you know, back to the commentary here. We ended up dating, and, you know, I got to know her, talk to her a little bit more. Usually you get to know someone before you start dating them. This time, I just kind of started dating her and then started to get to know her. But, I mean, it worked out fine. So we were dating for a little while now. Let's say we started off in the beginning of the year, and now it was around, it was about New Year's Eve. It was around Christmas time. And I remember I kissed this girl. This girl was my first main kiss. I would say we kissed many times. We never made out or anything like that. I never was really interested in that kind of stuff. I never really was thinking inappropriately when I was in 6th grade. Now when I see a girl, I can think about like all the things I would do with her if I was hooking up with her. You know, that kind of thing, that kind of mentality. But back in 6th grade, you're like, wow, I got a hug from her. Woo woo, like I'm awesome. But going back to the commentary here, you know, it was New Year's Eve, and you know, I was such a dick to her back then. I feel really bad. A good thing I've apologized, to clear things up with her. I'm not friends with her. I don't really talk to her anymore, unfortunately, but that's alright. So getting back to the story here, it was New Year's Eve, and, you know, it was just like a New Year's Eve day, and I don't know why I was like this. I think she said something or did something for me to get angry. I definitely overreacted, but I remember breaking up with her and calling her the C word. And if you guys know what the C word is, it's called a cunt. It's one of the worst names, if not the worst name you can call a girl. And I remember calling her on my house phone back in the day, because I don't think I had a phone at the time. I didn't have one of my flip screen phones or one of those Randy phones back in the day. I hadn't gotten that yet, so I had my house phone that'll call girls off of. I'll get bitches off my house phone, if you know what I mean. And I called her off that. I remember just calling her a cunt and breaking up with her on New Year's Eve, and how horrible is that, guys? It's probably one of the meanest and dickest things I've ever done to a girl. I can't even believe I would ever do that. Someone like me today probably would never do that. Now, I still have kind of that dick mentality overall, but I don't think I would ever do that to someone in the stage that I am in today. It's pretty messed up, and I'll probably get a lot more hate that I did back then. Now, I did get a lot of hate. Now, back in that day, I didn't really have Facebook or Twitter or any of those kinds of social media, so I didn't really was able to follow what was all going on between her, the people in 6th grade, the friends, the girls, the boys, and, you know, recently, the way I thought his commentary was back a couple months ago. I was at my friend's house. You guys probably heard like ding-dong ditching stories where the guy came out and chased us in the car and all that kind of stuff. It was at his house. I think it was one of those nights, actually. And, you know, we're looking on a phone, and there's this app, I don't know what it's called, but you can actually, like, go back to that day, like, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, how many years ago back, and see what you posted on social media, or see what other people posted on social media on that day. So I remember it was on New Year's Eve of, like, whatever year it was when I was in 6th grade, and my friend went back to that year on Amy's Facebook or whatever, and went back to that date, and we remember looking at all her tweets and all these things that people commented and, like, replied to her, like, oh my god, that kid Austin's such a dick, you can do so much better, or, like, all this kind of stuff, and it was actually really funny to look at some of the things that these people said, just because the way they act now and the things they said back then were just totally different, personalities, and just the aspects of how they go about their lives, but overall, it was a really funny thing to look at. And if you guys don't have this app, I'll try to get it for you guys, and maybe I'll find it out in my next commentary. I'll tell you guys what it is. If you have social media, you can actually go back as many years as you want, or how many years you've had that account for, and look back and say, what's today? Let's say I'm making this commentary on June 8th, so it's 2014, I could go back to June 8th in 2012 and see what status I posted up on Facebook. It could be like, oh my god, my hair's so wavy right now. If you guys didn't know, I used to have like a long like JB flow, but then I cut it and I have a buzz cut. I'm not one of those fegs anymore. But yeah, that's kind of my hairstyle now. I got that buzz cut, I got that box. I'm not that, like, I don't know how to really explain it. Not that ghetto box that you see kind of like down, I don't know how to say it, like down to Detroit, like those kinds of boxes on your hair, with the buzz cut, but still a pretty G and fresh box, if you know what I mean. I'm white, so I probably shouldn't be talking about that kind of stuff because I'm white. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say in today's commentary. I just kind of, maybe I'll do some more commentaries like this where I look back on things I did in the past and just kind of talk about like how I messed up and maybe something I could have done better. Definitely should not have broken up with her on New Year's Eve and called her that name. I think we got back together like a day or two after. I mean, she was a very nice girl. She forgave me a lot. Amy was a very good girl. Probably one of the best girlfriends I ever had. I really did like and enjoy her relationship. I know I treated her well. I bought her presents and she bought me presents and stuff like that. But I definitely thought I could have treated her better at times. But that's what I was saying in today's commentary. If you guys did enjoy the gameplay by me, 86 Gunstreak with the A94 on the cargo, make sure you come over and subscribe for more Beast gameplay. And if you guys did enjoy the commentary, make sure you come over and subscribe. And I'm sending out. Peace.